Happy day, students. Today you are going to learn about parts of speech, part 2. Hope you have understood pronoun. We shall move on to the third parts of speech, that is adjective. So adjective are words that describe or modify a noun or pronoun in a sentence. The adjectives are easy to spot because they come immediately before the nouns. They modify. Okay. They are used to identify or quantify individual people and unique things and are usually positioned before the noun or pronoun that they modify. Some sentences also contain multiple adjectives. So adjectives are further classified into 8 types. Okay. First one, adjectives of quality. That is, clever boy, fat girl, we say. Then adjectives of quantity, lot, many. Next one, adjectives of number. 1 to 3 you are saying, no, all numbers come under this. Then fourth one, demonstrative adjectives. Use this, that, this boy, like that. Next, fifth one, interrogative adjectives. That also, asking questions. Then comes exclamatory adjectives, that is what, to emphasize something, what a match it is. Then possessive and emphasizing adjectives, more or less, myself, like that, emphasizing, owning something, we use that type of adjectives. We have understood adjectives. We shall move on to the next. We shall move ahead to the fourth parts of speech, that is verb. Okay, a verb identifies an action or state of being. Okay, it is used to signify the action, processes, conditions or state of being of people or things. And you should know it is the grammatical center of a predicate and expresses an act, occurrence or mode of being that in various languages it is inflected for agreement with the subject, for tense, for voice, for mood or for other aspects, and it has typically got descriptive meanings and characterizing the quality in it. Okay, so it is the backbone of a sentence. Without a verb, a sentence cannot exist. The different types of verbs are AUC, finite and infinite verbs. Finite means, main verb. Infinite means it doesn't have the function of a verb. BUC, transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive always will accept an object. So the verb will be followed by an object. Intransitive will not have an object. It is opposite to transitive. And C is regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs will be like this: write, wrote, written. So we have the verb 1, verb 2, verb 3 forms. Irregular verbs will be opposite to that. Okay, so with this, I finish up the verbs. Now we shall move on to adverb. So adverbs modify a verb, adjective or another adverb. Okay, so it is used to change or qualify the meaning of an adjective, a verb, a clause, another adverb or any other type of word or phrase with the exception of determiners and adjectives. Adverbs are further classified into 9 types. Okay, you can see. First one, adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of manner, adverb of degree or quantity, then adverb of frequency or number, then adverb of reason, adverb of focus and viewpoint, then 8th one, adverb of affirmation, then 9th one, adverb of negation. So all these are used, in adjunct. In sentence pattern we use adverbs adjunct, These adverbs only become adjunct. Next, the 6th one is preposition. Okay, prepositions are words placed before a noun or a pronoun to indicate some relationship. They show a relationship in a sentence, okay, between the noun or pronouns that is connected by the preposition. It may be known as the object of the prepositions. Okay, common prepositions in, on, for, to, of, with, about, so many prepositions you have learned. See, the common prepositions are of 5 parts, okay? Simple preposition, compound preposition, double preposition, participial or participle preposition, and prepositional preposition. So, simple preposition on, off, all you are using. Compound means, according to. Double preposition means to preposition, out of, from, within, like that. Participle means, gerund or ed form. Okay, present participle I have learned the same thing. Prepositional prepositions at the bottom of, in front of, like that. So, hope you have understood preposition. Next, we shall move on to the 7th one, that is conjunction. Okay, it is used to link different clauses together and to join words, phrases and sentences. They are linkers, we say, no? By using conjunctions, we can make complex sentences, compound sentences. Okay, it shows a connection between actions and ideas. And so many examples we can use, and they are and, but, so, although, etc. Dear students, conjunctions are further divided into 3 types. Okay, coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions and correlative conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions already I have seen, that is, it helps to connect the compound sentences. Okay, so single word you can see, fanboys, you remember. F for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or otherwise, then Y for it, and so for, S for so or still. Okay, so moving on to subordinating conjunctions, you see when, where, so many are there. That, after, before, unless, as if, so that, all this. Correlative means they are paired conjunctions. That means they will be consisting of 2. So, for example, neither nor. Not only but also, no sooner comes means it will be followed by than. Scarcely, when. Such that, whether or so as. Now we shall move ahead to the final parts of speech, that is interjection. It is a word used to express emotions, or feelings or some sudden outburst of feelings. Usually it is an interjection. Okay, it is used in informal language. Though interjections do not relate grammatically to the other parts of speech, okay, it helps the reader to understand the relationship between words or phrases in the sentence. They express a wide variety of feelings such as joy, sorrow, surprise, disgust, etc. Okay, so just we shall see. So hope you have understood all these 8 parts of speech. Now we shall analyze one sentence and understand it better. Dear students, let us identify the parts of speech in the sentence that is written on the board. Okay, great. Samira and her friend are the only brilliant girls with highest score in class. Okay, so can you identify the noun? Noun, Samira, friend, girls, score, class. Okay, pronoun, we have only one, her. Adjective, brilliant, highest. Verb, only one, are. Adverb, you have only. Okay, preposition, in, with. Conjunction, only one conjunction, that is and. Interjection, out, you see, starting, great, with exclamation mark. Article, we have the. Next, identify the parts of speech in this. The second sentence, hurrah! India has happily won many a medal in the current Asian Games, which has earned appreciation for her from her own citizens. Okay, so what are the nouns? Only we have 2 nouns, India, medal. Pronoun, her, 2 times it comes. Adjective, many. Verb, one is the main verb, has auxiliary verb. Adverb, you see, happily. Then you see preposition, for. Conjunction, which. Interjection, hurrah. Article, a. Okay, so hope you have understood this, students. Now we shall sum up what all we have studied in this class. Okay, students, first noun. The basic function is the name of a person, place, thing or idea. Examples, Puducherry, car, India, Reshma. Next, pronoun. It takes the place of a noun. So, examples, I, you, he, she, it, us, them, who. Next, adjective. It modifies a noun. Example, fat, bright, lovely, healthy, interesting. Next, verb. It identifies an action or state of being. So, example, eat, drink, seem, complete, decide. Next, adverb. Modifies a verb, adjective or another adverb. An example you see, actively, often, softly, quickly. Next, preposition. It shows relationship in a sentence. Out of, on, apart from, of, beside. Next you see conjunction. It joins words, phrases and clauses. Example you see or, but, and, so, otherwise. And finally we have interjection. It expresses emotion and can usually stand alone. Ah, ouch, hurrah, wow. So hope students you have understood the parts of speech in detail, and we shall see in the next class. Thank you.